Hi everyone, I'm Jenna and this is Apple Dolly Creations. Welcome. Let me know you're here. Usually on Wednesdays we go at 4:30 because I have Bible study at 6. But it's been canceled tonight because we have extremely cold weather. I mean, it was 13 degrees when I left for work this morning. And I don't think, hi Colette, I don't think it got above 30. I don't know what happened to the south because I know a lot of you have a lot worse weather, but I don't know what happened to the south. Hi Kim, it's freezing down here. I mean, it was like, oh, I'm not doing anything today, but I had to go to work. We're making a heart bunny. Now I have switched this up a little bit from my original plan, but with this cold weather, if you followed me for a while, you know when I work a lot. Oh, I'm glad, Colette. When I work a lot, and last couple of days we've been crazy at work because we had an inspection. So, you know, I have problems with my hands. And with this cold weather, I have arthritis really bad and the fibromyalgia, and they're fighting against each other. And when they fight against each other, I'm not happy. They're not happy with each other. It doesn't make me happy. So I'm having problems with my hands tonight. So if you see me stop and rub them or like squeeze them together, that's why. So I've changed this up a little bit so that it would help my hands. But we're still using this Dollar Tree foam bunny. And I have a Dollar Tree wooden plaque. And I have a tiny little heart. So we're doing all hearts. And yeah, we're making a bunny. I have a tiny little heart. For some reason, I already have this one painted white. Something I was trying or going to use and didn't. So we're using these 3 hearts. Also from the balloon sticks. Yeah, I think you get a pack of 12. They're at Dollar Tree. We're only using this cup that you put the balloon in. And I have a 4.5-inch piece of dowel rod. Now this is actually, when you are at Dollar Tree, like towards summer, they have those really long wooden skewers. Well, those are actually dowel rods that have a pointed edge. I always buy a couple packs of those. That's what this is. Because this is a size dowel rod for some reason I use a lot. So I just buy them and cut them down. And we're using a pair of slipper socks. For whatever reason, these slipper socks will not stay up. And they, as I walk, they fall off my feet. I only wore them like 2 minutes from the bedroom to the living room, and nope, they're coming off. And I threw them in here because of the material. It's real soft and fluffy. But I knew I would use it for something because of this material. So this is what our bunny is going to be made out of. I have some pink and white check fabric. I have various ribbons. And we're using, again, doll eyes. These are larger ones. And I have butcher's twine. And we're also going to use some of these little tiny egg tree decorations. But they're too bright color for me, so we're going to tone that color down. As you know, I like primitive country. That's too bright. So we're going to get started, and we're going to paint this heart. Take this hanger off. And I'm just using cashew because that's what's sitting here. It's chalk paint. I could not believe when I woke up this morning and it was 13 degrees, because when they said it was going to get 13 last night, I was like, there's no way, Tony. It's not. We're in the south. It's not going to do that. Yes, it did do that. 13 degrees. We left Pennsylvania to get rid of this cold weather. My daughter's accusing me of bringing it with me. I swear I did not. We've been here a little over a year. But I swear I did not bring the cold weather. I didn't wish it. I don't want it. Like so many other of you. I know I see some people posting that it's below 0 and they show all this snow, and I was like, oh, no. I am over winter. I am ready for spring to be here. So we get through February and it will start to straighten itself back up. So we're going to set this aside and we're going to let this dry. Because we're going to Mod Podge this pink and white fabric on top of here. And I didn't plug my glue gun in. I didn't turn it on. I don't know why that's a problem for me, but it is. I always forget. I look around and think, yep, I got everything out, and I don't think about the glue gun. So we're going to take the heart, and we're just taking one of these socks. Now, I've already cut, there was a band around the top. You're not going to miss it either. I cut the band off, and we're just going to slide this down over this heart. Now, I've seen people make cats out of these hearts. They're really cute. I was going to try that just to see what it would look like, but my Dollar Tree only had one of these hearts. So we're going to pull this excess to the back. And we're going to cut it off. And we're going to glue this. I'm going to give this a second to heat up. We're going to glue this closed. And because this fabric is really fluffy, you're not going to see where it's been cut and glued together. So we're going to set this aside for a second. And we're actually using the heart upside down. The same way with the little one. We're using it upside down. This is our nose. So we're going to take a little bit of this red. Oh, this is pink. It's Pepto pink now because I added more white to it. It was a little bit of red that I added white to it. And then I added more white to it. So now it's like a Pepto pink. And we're going to do this nose. And since it's already been painted white, the sides are already done, I'm just going right on the top. Now my stencil brush has a little bit of, from the other night, ground espresso ink in it. So it's not pink because the espresso ink has toned it down some. So, but it is a Pepto pink that I made. We're just using little bits of this and little bits of that tonight. Okay. I know if I don't put that lid on, I'm going to knock it over. So this should be done. So I'm just going to glue this on. And I'm just going to pull the rest of this around and tighten it up, just so it's form-fitting on that heart. So you can't even tell really. Fluff that up. You can tell a little bit. I'll glue some more of this down. So church was canceled tonight, our Bible study, because of this freezing weather. We didn't get any snow or flurries, which I was shocked that we didn't get at least a flurry. Hi, Mom. So there you go. We're going to bring our wooden heart back and we're going to dry it. At least the top of it we are. That's one nice thing about chalk paint. It dries really quick. So we're going to take this fabric and some Mod Podge and we're going to put it on top of there. Let me move that so you can see what I'm doing. If you want to get rid of the comments, in the lower left hand corner there should be an upside down V. Just press that and all the comments go away. That way they're not in your way of watching. So I was one of the lucky ones today. I got to leave before the inspectors got to work. So I prepared for them, but I didn't have to go through the inspection, which thank goodness for that. I've been an employee at places where they say, oh, we're getting an inspection, we got to do this and this and this and get ready for them, and then the inspectors never come. They go somewhere else. But they actually went to the facility today because we were going crazy the last 2 days trying to prepare for them and get this paint off my hand so I don't get it on the fabric. And again, I forgot to get lotion and put on my hands before I started painting. If you can remember, which I cannot, lotion your hands before you start painting and the paint comes right off. But I just can't seem to remember that. Okay, so we're going to straighten this out so that the lines are straight on this. And spread it out, and then we're going to trim it. Kim, I've been checking on your hubby. Well, maybe this way's easier. Okay, so we're just going to push this down over the edge, that little bit that's hanging over there. There we go. I'm going to get all these little pieces away so they don't get stuck in the paint or the Mod Podge. So we're going to sit this aside and let this dry just for a second, because we're going to take this balloon holder. Well, this is just a cup. It comes also with the stick, and we're going to glue it upside down. This is the way it's supposed to go. We're gluing it this way, right on top of there. And we're using a combination of Gorilla Glue and hot glue. And we're going to put this right down on top of there. And while I hold that, I'm going to take some Gorilla Glue and put it into that opening where the balloon stick would go. And we're going to put our dowel rod. So there, that's what we have. We're going to set this aside and let that dry. You know how you use those different removers to use to take your stickers off of stuff? Don't use aerosol one. I used an aerosol sticker adhesive remover on a container I bought. Let me show you what happened to it, because it was aerosol. This is one of those XO containers. Has the pop-up lid. It melted the plastic on the container. See all that white? This is supposed to be a clear container. And it did the same thing to the lid. It melted it. That's why it's in here. This was a brand new container. It looks like there's glue all over it, but that's the adhesive remover. So don't use aerosol, use the liquid. I was like, oh my goodness, when I washed it, I thought, what is on here? This adhesive is smearing. No, it was melting. So I'm going to take my scissors and make a tiny little slit right here in the V of the heart. And that's where our stick is going to go through. Well, let's make that V a little bigger. I'm going to start this. There we go. Okay, so I got that going. I'm going to put some glue in there. And that way it will hold. There we go. Got the right hook. We're going to turn this upside down. And we're going to put some more glue right where that stick goes into that heart, just to give it more stability. Make sure all of this is straight. So that's what we have so far. Hi Nancy, welcome. We've taken a Dollar Tree styrofoam heart and turned it upside down. Hi, Tony. And a wooden heart plaque from Dollar Tree. Tony's working tonight. So we're going to just set this here and let this firm up. Oh, I got glue running. Get that out of there. Okay. So we're going to take our eyes. It wants to turn. It doesn't want to stay straight. So these are just regular doll eyes. These are the larger ones, and they come in millimeter, and I don't know the millimeter size of them. I got rid of the packaging, not thinking. But we're going to take this twine. This is butcher twine. And we're going to take the nose, and these are whiskers and eyelashes. She has to have eyelashes. You know, all the girls wear eyelashes now. I tried them one time, and I was like, nope, this ain't me. So we're going to take some little pieces for the eyelashes. I'm cutting 6. I don't know that we'll use 3 on each eye. And this is our little wooden heart, and we're using it upside down. So we're going to put the whiskers right on the back of there. And we're going to let all this glue harden so that we can untwist this. Okay, that's our nose. Let's do our eyes. Now you can draw your eyelashes on, but on that fuzzy of a fabric, I wasn't quite sure about it. I have seen people do it. I just never have tried it. I always do it this way when especially with a really fuzzy fabric. So there's an eye. So these have a stem on them. So we're going to punch holes in that and put these in too. These are regular doll eyes. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. I got a pack of multiple sizes on Amazon just for stuff like this. So there's the other one. We're going to let that glue harden. We're going to untwist these. Are you ready to go? Is your glue hardened? You're still twisting. I'm going to put a little bit more glue on this base right around this plastic just to help this because it seems to want to turn. And then the dowel rod wants to turn because it only has the tube Gorilla Glue in it. And that's going to be covered up with these eggs. Hi, Veronica. But that's what we have so far. See, it doesn't want to stand there because of that. Dowel rod only has the liquid Gorilla Glue. But it's going to be fine. We're going to make it work. So I want to put her nose on first. And then we're going to put the eyes in and get everything lined up. And this little wooden heart is upside down. I'm going to hold it really tight because it's fuzzy fabric. And let that catch. See that? Well, I broke my paintbrush, so I got to get something else to poke in this. Well, this what is this called? Embossing tool is working out pretty good. You can get these at Dollar Tree. You got to get them when you see them though, because like everything else, it goes really quick at Dollar Tree. That's what we've got so far. We're going to set this aside and let this dry, and we're going to work on ears. So I'm taking the other slipper sock and we're going to cut it up. You can find these slipper socks at Dollar Tree, but like I said, I couldn't. I wore it from the bedroom to the living room and took them off. Like, nope, they won't stay up. But for this, they're perfect. So how long we want these ears? So there's a seam right here, and I'm going to cut right along that just to get rid of it. And I'm thinking about half this length. We can get 2 ears out of half of this. Yeah, 2 ears is going to work fine. We're going to cut this piece in half. Now the bottom is square. I'm just going to round off this top. I have this floral lace. It's a sewing trim. Isn't that pretty? So I was thinking to put that right down the center. So we're going to try that. So I'm going to round off this cut edge. See how long we want that. So this is nothing that I've ever made before. This is something I thought about, and I thought, I'm going to try it. So, hey, we're just winging it here tonight, because this is not what I had envisioned earlier, but the other one was too much work for my hands. Especially after today. See, I can't even pick up stuff. So hopefully now that the inspection is over, work can get back to normal And I tell you what, I was dead by the time I got home. I work at U-Haul, for those of you who do not know. And I can walk on an easy day 3 miles. On a busy day, I can go up to 6 miles. So, yeah, today was one of those days. I lost my finger protector. Where'd it go? So, I work at a very, very large facility. We have almost 2,000 units, indoors and outdoors. And they're building, by summer, we'll have 800 more. So, I only work part-time. I don't think I could do my job full-time. So if you are looking for a job, go to your local U-Haul if you have a large one. It is a nice company to work for. So we're going to take these, and I'm just going to fold this bottom each side into the middle just to pleat it. Hi, Di. We took a styrofoam heart and a pair of slipper socks and we're making a bunny. It's going to hold these pleats. Then we're going to glue them on the top. See, that's what we've got so far. So right here on the point, which is the upside down heart, I'm just going to put some glue and put these ears on. Yeah, I woke up this morning and saw it was 13 degrees out. I told Tony, I said, I don't want to go to work today. I don't want to get out of my pajamas. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right underneath each one just to hold it in place. I think he's turning out cute. It would, Diana. So that's what we've got so far. So now his whiskers should be totally, so we're just going to untwist them. Now he will not move around like this once that balloon stick or the dowel rod and the balloon holder dry. You know, I'm going to put another whisker on him. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold, which isn't good because of the fluffy fabric. I can get this up underneath. I think the bunny needs really long whiskers. We can shove it right down in there. the balloon holder, I couldn't use both glues on, but I thought the dowel rod would hold better with the tube Gorilla Glue. And I'm just untwisting these whiskers and the eyelashes. So far. I have this other, isn't that ribbon pretty? We're going to make a bow for the top of her head. So let's move her out of the way so I can show you how I'm making this bow. So I'm just taking a length of fabric and I'm folding it over. So I'm folding it over and then I'm folding it over again. So this fold that this end here, hi Celebration, Stella, we're making a bunny out of a Dollar Tree styrofoam heart. We're making a loop. And we're just going to do this 3 times. And I'm keeping all the rows even, all the way down. I'm going to cut this off. And I have this rose satin ribbon. Nope, that's the wrong one. That has a sticky back on it. Use this one. I picked up the wrong one. It's the same color. Thank you, I appreciate that. We're going to gather this up. We have to make tails yet. And we're going to take this and wrap it around and tie it. I'm pulling the ribbon really tight and we're going to make a tail. So the size of this, it depends on you, what you're making it for. And this is wired ribbon. And we're just going to dovetail these ends. Now I know Nancy, you're watching, you can make very beautiful bows. So we're just going to crumple this in the middle, lay this on the top, and give it a tie. If I can get my fingers to function. There we go. I'm pulling it really, really tight. You miss me again. I miss you too all the time. I watch you on replay. If you guys want to see something absolutely adorable, go to Celebration's page and type in angel lamp and watch what she did with a lamp. It is gorgeous. So we're just going to pull these out. My daughter makes things from lamps, so I tagged her in that. We're just going to pull these out because it's wired and it's going to stay. Okay? We're going to glue that right to the top of her head. We're going to pull these tails out to the side a little bit so they lay down on top of the ears. And move her so you can see. And we're going to hold it there. Hi, Cindy. Just move these tails. Now she is moving around because I used a dowel rod that goes up into her head and into a balloon holder. Thank you. And I used the tube Gorilla Glue because I couldn't get hot glue and that at the same time in that balloon holder. So there we go. Now we're going to do her base. move her out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit, this is apple barrel nutmeg brown, just a little bit. If I can get it to pour. It's probably cold too. It doesn't like all this cold weather. And I'm mixing a little bit of water to it. I'm making more of a wash, so we can tone down these eggs. Now you might like these eggs just like this. Thank you, I appreciate it. But they're too bright colored for me. So you can leave them just like that, but I'm not going to. So I'm just making a wash. And we're going to take a couple of these. And just lightly go over it. We're going to wipe it on, put it on, and wipe it off. I lost my wipe. And what I'm using is a baby wipe. Just go right over it. We're just toning down how brightly these things are glittered. Now you might like a lot of bright glitter. Sometimes I do. It depends on what I'm making. But this I want it to be toned down a little more. So it's not as bright. If I didn't work, we'd do a video every single day. I got more ideas than I got time to do them. Hi, Stephanie. I have a list of stuff that I want to do this and I want to do that. And Tony said, how many lifetimes are you going to be able to do all of this stuff? It's pages. But see, it's just not as bright as it was. Just tone it down just a tad. And we're going to take these hangers off also. So they pull right out. 3, maybe 4. 3 might do it. Let's do another one just in case. 3, we don't have a yellow one. Okay. Let's get another wipe for my fingers. A lady walked into work one day. You do? Well, you do a lot more videos than I do, Stella. A lady walked into work one day and she said, because we buy wipes at work in great big tubs. She handed me a whole bunch of packs of wipes from her store. So I was telling her what I was going to use them for. So she joined, but she hasn't watched yet. Okay, so we're going to take these eggs and we're going to glue them right around this balloon holder that we put down here. So let me turn her this way. We might need a few more eggs. Now you can use Spanish moss at the bottom here. You can use Easter grass. Or flowers. If you use flowers, then it wouldn't be Easter. You can leave it out. Now watch how much glue you use on these eggs because they're styrofoam. and they will start to melt. So we're gluing them right around that balloon holder, just covering it up. I don't do anything with balloons, but I sure buy a lot of supplies for balloons. So we just covered that balloon holder right up. I'm going to take some of this, this is 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to cut some pieces, fold them in half, and tuck them down in between those balloons. So I'm just folding it in half. Just to give a little something else down here. Okay, fingers, work. Just tucking it in. The pieces don't have to be the same length. This way, if any of your balloon holder is showing, you can tuck these in and cover it right up. Glue strings. You gotta love them. So for changing my bunny at the last moment, I think she turned out pretty good. Thanks, Mom. Let's put some little pieces of ribbon on this side. So we used a Dollar Tree foam heart, a wooden heart, a little tiny one that comes in a pack from Dollar Tree. You can get them at Michael's. Hobby Lobby has them. They're just tiny wooden hearts. We use that for the nose. We use a wooden heart plaque from Dollar Tree. The little eggs that we colored or darkened was Dollar Tree. The ribbons I had. The slipper socks are Dollar Tree. Her glue's not set up yet. The eyes you can get at Hobby Lobby, or you can use buttons. But they're just doll eyes is what they're called. Butcher twine I had, but you can use any kind of string. You can use even yarn. So we used 1.5 of the slipper socks because we still have a big piece of one. Now her glue is not dry, but there she is. See her base? Hi, Robin. Thank you, Stella. Robin, you have to go back and watch the replay because this is finished. But I think she turned out cuter than I thought she would for changing my project at the very last minute. And this glue will set up and she will not be wobbly like she is now. But it takes quite a while for this Gorilla Glue to set up. Most of the time you can use the hot glue with that, but with the balloon holder and the dowel rod, you can't get both of them in there at the same time. So, oh, thank Colette. I appreciate that. So I hope you guys have a nice warm evening, because we are not having a warm evening or a warm day. And God bless you. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Diana. Thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Hi, Dawn. So stay warm, y'all. I know some of you got it worse than we do, but I moved south for warmth, not for cold. This is crazy. Oh, thank you, Stella. Hi, Dawn. You caught me at the end. So, God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you on Friday. Hi, Nancy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, there you go. God bless.